Good morning. We've got Steve here today, and Steve's going to show us. So, what Steve does for a living, or just for a hobby, is you tell us what you do, Steve.
Well, I'm a bit of a sort of crusade to save as many 35mm cameras or any film cameras I can. So there's loads and loads of cameras in op shops and Sunday markets and lying around in people's garages and lofts, just mouldering away.
Yeah.
And there's always danger it's going to be tossed. And there's really so many of them can be saved because they're built to be repaired and built to last. So that's what I do. I buy old cameras for as little as I can because I'm sort of time rich but money poor, and I spend my time trying to fix them. What we've got here is a typical rangefinder style camera, so early post-war years. You can see it's sort of the Leica based design. Nikon, Canon, Minolta, they all made these sort of style cameras based on the Leica. But not exact copies, so they weren't trying to be knockoffs or copies, they just saw that as a good design and decided to use it. So if I run through the features here, it's got a focal plane shutter, you adjust the aperture just very simply using the front. It's got a coupled rangefinder, which I'll show you how that couples in a minute. You've got a self timer here so you can take your selfies. Selfies are not new. 2-speed shutter system, so you set slow speeds here on the front and the normal faster speed here. No single swipe wind on, you wind on good old fashioned way, which winds the film, advances the film and cocks the shutter, and then you release here. Now a lot of the copies you see will have 2 twist fixtures on there and the whole back comes off. Minolta have gone on better here, and they've just got a simple button release from the back door. As you see, it's beautifully made here, chrome finishing, and you will see how that cocks the shutter and then releases. So it all looks to be in fairly good working order. This is the standard lens comes with it. That's 45mm f2.8, so a relatively fast lens, and it just unscrews. This will be standard Leica thread. You can see the coupler there for the rangefinder.
How does that work?
Right, well, if you see here, this is the back of the lens. As you focus the lens, see that moves in and out, obviously, because you're moving the focal length in and out, and increasing the distance from the actual film. That, as you screw it in, presses against that little lever in there, and as that lever moves, it then alters the rangefinder system, which is fundamentally it's a beam splitter. So you look through here, there's a direct image, there's a little beam splitter in here with a semi-silvered mirror, that's getting another mirror here, so you've got quite a short baseline for a rangefinder. And as you turn the coupled rangefinder here, it rotates the mirror, and because you can do simple trigonometry, you can tell what distance that object is that you're looking at, and you have 2 images that coincide when you're focused on that.
And you will calibrate them. You were saying before when we were looking at the camera that the vertical was slightly out, and you'll adjust that.
Yeah, probably will. So even though this looks in very good condition, it needs a bit of a cleaning, because typically they should have been cleaned every 4 or 5 years. If you bought it, that's what they said, bring it back and we'll service it every 5 years. And typically they don't.
Probably hasn't been done for 70.
Probably hasn't been cleaned for 70 years, but being looked after. So I'll probably take this top plate off. It shouldn't be too difficult. They usually come off, and that allows you to get access to the rangefinder system. You can actually see all the mirrors. It looks quite clean in there. Quite often it's dirty and muck. This looks quite nice, but there'll be little adjusters. All the rangefinders I've adjusted so far, there's a little adjuster you can change just to tweak the alignment vertically and also to tweak it horizontally. So one thing you need to make sure that when this is on infinity, you need to make sure 2 things. One, that it's actually focused on infinity, so that typically what you can do, you can put across here where the film would lie, you can stick some sticky tape, that sort of semi-transparent tape. You just stick a bit across the focal plane, get it nice and tight. It acts like a screen that you can actually look at, and then you put it on B, open it up to full aperture, and then with a magnifying glass you can check that it's actually focused
you'll
focus.
see the image
At
on the
infinity,
focal
you'll
plane.
see the image actually.
That's amazing.
It's like on a viewfinder directly where the film's going to be.
Absolutely amazing.
And then you just make sure that when that's on infinity, the two images on the image that's at infinity are coincident.
Nicely. And what other cameras have you bought today? So this is something you've restored, is it?
Yep, this is a twin lens reflex on about 1960. As you can see, it's completely complete. It's got the
Oh,
lens
beautiful.
cap. So twin lens reflex, slightly different, well, very different from that. This is a large format camera, so it'll take 120 film, about that wide. Roll film, 12 shots per roll. And here you've got a hood here, which
Shall we?
if you look through there, okay, you focus using, you're looking through there onto a screen. There's a mirror at 45 degrees, and you look through that top lens. But the top lens is completely synchronized with the taking lens, which is the bottom one. So as you see, as I move this in and out,
Oh, I see. So similar to this.
They move exactly together.
The viewfinder is independent
But
of
that
the
one
viewfinder.
just goes straight through to the film plane here. So
Nice.
you focus and then you take a shot. So I've tested this, film tested it already, and it's a really nice camera.
Is
It
that
takes
the films
sharp.
that you sent through on Messenger? Is that those photos? The flowers in the graveyard and so forth?
Yes, would it
Yeah.
be?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we can post those and share those. Very nice. And you found this in our op shop today.
I found that in an op shop today.
Absolutely beautiful.
So that's $10 in an op shop. This is Olympus. I've probably designed for Olympus OM1. The idea being you'd probably put the camera in here and the spare lens in there, and obviously films and such like in here.
and I'm sure you've got an
Filters and
OM1
so
at
forth.
home.
And I've got 3 OM1s at home.
Well,
So-
thanks very much for sharing that. It was
But one of
absolutely
those will fit in there nicely. No problem.
great. Thank you.